Hey everyone, welcome to Cause Train. Catherine and I started Cause Train in 2020, and we're back. We have some very exciting people for you to meet in upcoming interviews. I'm actually going to have Catherine Foster kick off today to tell you about herself a little bit, and then get right into our guest interview, Janea Harris. Catherine, go ahead.
All right, my name is Catherine Foster. I am a professional artist and entrepreneur, a creativity coach, and a Reiki master. And I love the passion. My passion is about the creative process, about helping people find where that creativity is inside them and help bring that out and help them develop whatever it is that wants to be developed. People often don't, they know they want to be creative, but they don't know where it is or how to develop it. So that runs into my cause. My cause is I have dreamed about a creativity healing center for many, many years, and that encompasses a large art studio, of course, and a place for people to have healing experiences, massage, energy work. And it's a place on a piece of property that feels sacred, where people feel safe to express themselves and however they want to express themselves, and to be a community by doing drumming together, singing together, dancing together, and letting it all come out and come through that expressive feeling. So that's the short version. So anyway, welcome, Janea. We're so pleased to be with you again. So if you could just share some information about yourself, maybe give your bio if you'd like.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Janea Harris. I'm the founder of O.N.F.I.A Agency Incorporated. I am a survivor. I am an advocate. I am a voice of the people. I am also a 6-year Army veteran. And I also serve as the Youth Commissioner's Advisor over the Social Injustice and Legislative Committee for Clayton County here in Atlanta, Georgia.
That's awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about your cause?
Absolutely. So I run an agency that deals with the population of youth, the ones who've been incarcerated, a part of any state or government agency, homelessness, domestic violence, teenage pregnancy, or any type of grief due to loss. So what I do is I provide intervention and prevention services for those youth between the ages of 13 to 25. They go through my mentoring program where they are assigned to a mentor for 6 months. After the 6 months, they graduate from my organization, and then they are able to pursue a career or either become an entrepreneur.
That sounds wonderful. I think you have a little more that you'd like to express too, right?
Sure.
Oh, Michele.
Sorry. What actually inspired you to start your cause, create your cause?
What inspired me was in 2012, I went through a domestic violence situation with my oldest daughter dad, where he basically tried to take my life. During that time, I was in a very dark place. I was homeless, hopeless, jobless. I didn't really have any support at the time. I was a single mom of 2 kids. And once that transpired and he tried to take my life from me, it woke me up spiritually. My relationship with God grew in a very fonder way. I got very, very close with him. And then once I started getting close with him, a lot of doors started opening for me. And I was able to get back on my feet. I started back working. And then from there, where I was working at, I actually started working for the Department of Social Services, which is in Georgia. That was in South Carolina. It's called Department of Family and Children Services. So I would really spend a lot of time with some of my clients that would come in there, that I managed their cases in order for them to receive resources. And it just dawned on me one day. I was just sitting at my desk, and it was like, I have to do something. And I'm like, what do I have to do? You know how you get those little voices. I'm like, what do you want me to do? And I mean, just a small voice is just saying, like, you got to start a mentoring program. And I'm like, me? Why me? Like, there's other programs out here. But I started having reflections on when I was pregnant with my first daughter when I was 15 years old. And I was looking for a mentor. I had to finish high school. And then as I grew older, there was a lot of times in my life when I turned 18, when I first went out to the military, when I turned 21, when I turned 25, I was searching for a mentor myself. And then the organizations that I reached out to, those very organizations that they say, hey, we specialize in mentoring. When I contacted them, there was nobody to actually mentor me. I went to churches, I went to different organizations, agencies. None of them were able to actually provide the mentoring services, the one-on-one mentoring that I needed them to. So with that being said, as I sat at my desk, I finally realized, okay, yeah, it's me. I'm the one that has to put this mentoring agency together. And it just, everything that I went through just from an adolescent, becoming an adult, being raised in a very dysfunctional home, understanding and empathizing with these youth and young adults between the ages of 13 and 25, I just knew that it was a lot of wisdom and experience that I can offer them in order to put them on a better path.
I think you were
Amazing.
really called to this, definitely.
If not you, then who, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, can you tell us a little bit? I know you went into it just a hair, but tell us a little bit how it works.
So how it works is that we have an amazing website. Shouts out to one of our biggest sponsors, which is Cardinal Digital Marketing. They put together a website for us to make it easier for all of our clients, the community, and anybody who needs resources from us to be able to contact us. So you just go to our website. From there, whether you want to be a mentee, you want to be mentored, if you want to be a mentor, an intern, you need food from our food pantry, whatever you may need is actually on that website for you to click on the application, fill the information out, and then once you do that, then someone will be in contact with you. It would probably be one of my youth advocate advisors that will reach out to you. But the process is, once the youth becomes a mentor, they're assigned to their mentor. I'm sorry, once the youth becomes a mentee, please excuse me, they're assigned to a mentor. They're with their mentor for 6 months, and then within those 6 months, they go by a curriculum that I put together, and it focuses on faith, self-confidence, trust, respect, integrity, and relationships. Once they go through the 6 months and they graduate, there also is opportunities for them to have to participate in exposure field trips. I take them places that normally they wouldn't be able to go to. And so I take a lot of pride in that, because the smiles that I get from them, the heartfelt thank yous, the warm hugs that I get, it really just makes me, I don't know, it makes me really just feel so good in the inside. So a lot of it, just to become a mentor or just to be a part, just go to the website, or you can just contact me personally. I'm very personable with all of my clients and all of the kids.
How long would you say, when they apply, how long would you say it takes to kind of get paired up?
I would say a minimum of 1 week, max 2 weeks.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because I like to pair between me and also my youth advocate advisor. I like to pair the youth with someone that is relatable. So for instance, if I have a young lady that's a teen mom, I would like to pair her with a woman that can mentor her, who understands what it's like to be a teen mom. She may have had a baby herself, but now she's doing really well. So I like to make sure that I screen everyone and make sure that they are a good fit. So because of that, it just takes us a little longer. And then also I do a mentor training. It's an extensive training. The training lasts between about an hour, 2 hours, just depending on the person and how long it takes for them to grasp the information.
Okay. And you said, what's the age range?
13 to 25.
13 to 25. Okay. Now, what is most needed in order to maximize and reach your potential? What is it that you're actually needing at the moment?
What I am needing, a building. I am needing a building. November will be 10 years that I have been doing this work. We have been expanding. Since the pandemic, I have basically had to turn our STEM mentoring program into a virtual type of program, which is phenomenal. But it's just something about when I hear the kids say, or the young adults say, Miss J, we want to spend more time with you, or can we stay with you like over the summer? I had them doing a lot of activities. We did a couple exposure field trips, and they didn't want to go home. They're like, we just want to stay with you. I'm like, this is the perfect time for us to have that building, and not just for recreational purposes, but I want to be able to not just serve 20 youth a year. I want to be able to serve more than 20 youth, 100 youth, maybe 300 youth. I just need a facility that will be able to allow me and my staff to really impact the lives of the youth and also the communities and their families. Every year we do different events within the communities, whether it's a fall event for Halloween, whether it's a Thanksgiving event, where we're giving away turkey baskets and turkeys and we're eating dinner with them, or whether it's a brunch like we have on Christmas for the families. It's so costly for us to go out and get venues and happen to track down people that would allow us to use their space. And I just feel in my heart, and then also with my staff, that we need our own facility. We have a lot of single moms out here that don't have daycare services that can utilize our services if we were able to have our own building, so that they'll be able to get up every day and be able to go out there, find work, and then can feel comfortable with knowing that they're dropping their kids off to a place where they'll be safe. Not only that, it's a lot of events and seminars that we like to conduct, and it's hard for us to really conduct them outside of virtual because we don't have our own space. But if we had our own space, then we'll be able to do things in person. It'll be a different impact, to have a different effect on these individuals. And so that's the number one thing. I don't care about nothing else right now. I feel as though if I get that building, it would allow us to be able to provide even our pantry. We don't have to go outside of On.F.I.A to feed these families who are in need. We wouldn't have to go outside finding other agencies or organizations that house homeless youth. We'll have our own facility. We'll have our own transitional housing to be emergency housing for during these times, especially these times now, because it looks like it's not getting better for us. It's actually getting worse. And so I just want to be able to provide that safe haven for these individuals, especially my domestic violence victims, my trafficking victims, my homeless victims, all of these individuals that are in need, for them to come into a space where they find that love, that comfort, that support, and be able to thrive on their own.
Janea, have you gone around to look at places that could be possibilities?
I have. Yeah, I have. But still haven't found one yet.
Let's put the intent that you will real soon. I think what you do is, I think I am so impressed with you, with how you've turned your life around to help other people. It's just fills my heart, Janea.
It's been a journey. It's been a journey. It hasn't been easy, but what wakes me up every day, what keeps me from falling into depression, is just knowing that when I touch the lives of these families, it just makes all of a difference. When they're calling my phone, hey, we're going to see you for Christmas. I have my foster care youth. Like, I just got off the phone with one of them. She's like, Miss J, I'm doing good. I know I can do better. Just to hear the excitement in their voices and be able to give them hope. That's what warms my heart, Miss Catherine. That's what keeps me going.
Yeah, it's worth the whole thing.
Yes.
Right. Well, I think we've covered pretty much everything, haven't we? I'd like to take this time to give it over to Michele and let her tell her story about her dreams and causes.
So yeah, I'm Michele Barnhouse. Most of you know me. When Kath and I first started this project, my cause was actually different. And that's because I hadn't completed it yet. Now I have. So I wanted to create a much needed pet app to possibly save your pet in an emergency situation. And, there are a few events that spawn the idea. I've done an interview, so you can go learn more about that. But what really, put the fire under is that I needed the app myself. And now it's actually available on both app stores. So that's awesome. It's called 911 Pet Buddy. So you can check that out. But after following my dream, now it's not time for me to actually support my husband with his cause, which is actually an invention for an engine design that doesn't, take fuel. I'm not going to give too much away. But the cool part is not only does it, is it good for the environment, and it, can help save money on freight, which of course trickles down to us as the consumers and more. So that's really cool. And there'll be an interview on that soon as well. And, the main vehicle, financial vehicle that helped me actually have my app come to fruition itself is 7K Metals. We live in a time when, just the basic necessities are just, have skyrocketed, right? And, it leaves us insecure about our futures and our future generation. We're constantly hearing about inflation and debt. So if anyone out there is concerned with that, it's important for you to get a hold of and accumulate, actual tangible assets. Okay. So like gold and silver, we can help you with that. But you may wonder, how am I going to afford that? People think, how am I going to go buy an ounce of gold for $1,700? Well, you don't have to. So you can buy as little or as much as you want to. And so also some people kind of wonder, like, what am I going to do? What do I do with it once I got it? Right. So we help you with that as well. But the cool part is, you have a debit card so that you can spend it. So that's the one way that you can actually just use it really easy. And you have the opportunity, if you want to earn part-time or full-time if you so choose. So we'll put all the websites, including Janea's, on the video and on the Facebook page and all of that. So you want to reach out to her to be able to help her with her cause and, help you may know of. That would be awesome. We really want to thank Janea for being our guest today. I know her ultimate goal, which we didn't ask, but is to have these youth centers all around the world. So she's starting where she is, and hopefully she can expand around the world. So we appreciate it, Janea, and check out our page, our YouTube channel, and all of that under Cause Train. And if you know anyone that wants to talk about their cause or invention, even a book they wrote that helps people, just have them visit our page to apply. And we'll see you next time on Cause Train.
Thank you.